This is huge. Commanders fans, the tension is sky high, and the team is just one move away from shaking things up in the NFC East. The price to bring in a star receiver is right there, and it's not crazy to think they could make it to Washington before the trade deadline. Will the team make that final push to lock in a playoff spot? Don't go anywhere. This news could change everything. Now, have you seen what the new rookie's been doing? After that miraculous catch against the Bears, the coach has been singing his praises non-stop. This kid's on fire, breaking through the guards like an unstoppable machine. With this young star's momentum, who dares to stand in the Commanders' way to glory? Stick around to the end. You won't want to miss how this legend is being forged. And if that wasn't enough, keep an eye on the next game. A key Giants player's injury has shaken up predictions and could give Washington the edge they need. This might be the game that decides who controls the line. Think that'll hold the team back? If you want to be the first to know and never miss a second of the action, hit subscribe and don't forget to like. Washington's on the rise, and you won't want to be left behind. Here's what I'm seeing, Commanders Nation. Let's cut to the chase. The situation is exciting. Our team is 6-2, and it's no coincidence. This year, there's a different energy in the organization. The fans are fired up, and the future's looking bright. But here's the big question. Do we stick with what we have, or do we go after a key piece that could take us even further? Listen up. According to ESPN, Adam Schefter reports that Carolina Panthers receiver Deontay Johnson might be on the market, and for the price of a mid-range pick. A player like Johnson, with 30 receptions, 357 yards, and 3 touchdowns in an offense that's been, let me say, ineffective, is no small deal. Can you imagine Johnson in our offense? With Terry McLaurin on one side, Noah Brown as a deep threat, and Zach Ertz down the middle. What defense could stop this group? And what's the price tag? Johnson's only 28, younger and cheaper than other available receivers, with a remaining salary of $3.5 million for 2024. Now some might say, what if he's just a one-year rental? And here's where I come in to say, look, sometimes you've got to risk it to win big. This isn't just any game. It's time to think big. Now, Adam Peters is a man with a plan and won't risk the team's future on a gamble. But would we really be risking that much? A proven receiver like Johnson could give rookie Jaden Daniels that extra support he needs to push us to the top of the NFC East. And don't get it twisted. This team isn't just one player away from a Super Bowl, but we might be one player away from winning the division and making it to the playoffs. Is it worth giving up a 4th-round pick for someone like Johnson? I think it is. If we keep this momentum, and if Peters makes this move, we could be witnessing the start of something special. So now I ask you, Commanders Nation, should we take the risk and bring Johnson to DC? Or would you rather stick with what we have and trust the current core? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you all think. There you have it, Commanders fans. What do you think about what's happening with Johnny Newton? Sure, we won the game with that unforgettable Hail Mary from Jaden Daniels, but there's something here that not many are seeing. Could it be that this team has exactly the talent we need in Johnny Newton? Look, this guy, a rookie, 2nd-round pick, is turning into an unstoppable force on the field. Now, let me ask you this. How many teams can say their 2nd-round pick is having this kind of devastating impact? I'll tell you this. Losing Jonathan Allen for the rest of the season was a crushing blow to our line. But here comes Newton showing us that the show must go on. This young guy put up 3 tackles, 3 QB hits, and, get this, a critical fumble recovery. That loose ball just 1 yard from a Bears touchdown. It was the kind of play that changes a game, and Johnny Newton delivered with everything he's got. And it's not just me saying it. Dan Quinn, our defensive coach, laid it out after the game. He said, and I quote, "I felt him from the 3 technique, right in there recovering that fumble. I was genuinely impressed with the pressure he put on from the center, right on the guard and the center. Now that is presence. And having Darren Payne by his side only amplifies this kid's impact even more. So tell me, what does this say about our immediate future? I think the potential we're seeing in Newton is something the rest of the NFL should worry about. He's the kind of player who comes out of nowhere and changes the game. Just think about it. Allen's out, and everyone wondered how we'd fill that void. Well, here's Johnny Newton seizing his moment and giving the team a chance not many saw coming. The question now is simple. Can Newton keep up this level and help us get to the playoffs? I'm telling you, if he keeps this up, the Commanders won't miss a beat on this journey. But I'm also asking, and I'm asking you too, is the drive of one player enough? Or do we need others to step up to make a real playoff push? Because honestly, this defense needs all the help it can get for this team, not just to survive, but to thrive. So Commanders Nation, I'll leave you with this question. Do you think Johnny Newton will be the key to keeping our defense strong? Or should we expect even more from this team overall? There you have it, Commanders Nation. Just when we thought the Week 9 showdown against the Giants was going to be a battlefield, things are taking a dramatic turn. Listen up, because this is about to stir things up. Here are the facts. Rookie running back Tyrone Tracy from the Giants took multiple hits in their last game. First, a shoulder injury, and then when he came back with an incredible 45-yard touchdown run, bam, another hit, this time to the head and neck. Now, here's the question. Will this be a break for Washington's defense or just a distraction? I'm telling you, this could be a game-changing twist for this week's matchup. And look, if anyone thinks that Tracy's absence will solve all our problems, they're dead wrong. Because Devin Motor Singletary, the veteran who lost his spot to injury, is more driven than ever to reclaim his place. Can you imagine how fired up he'll be? This guy's not holding back. He'll seize any chance to prove he owns that spot. And believe me, the fact that Tracy is doubtful doesn't mean we can ease up. So let me ask you, isn't this the classic situation where the team underestimates the opponent and ends up paying the price? That's the last thing we need this season. Look, I'm going to be straight. Our defensive line has a mission, and that's to stop whoever lines up across from them. It doesn't matter if it's Tracy, Singletary, or anyone else. The Commanders can't afford even a moment of letting up, especially in a game with so much weight in the NFC East. This is the kind of matchup where legends are made and every play matters. I'm telling you, this is a defining moment for our team. Now, Commanders Nation, let me ask you, do you think Washington's defense can capitalize on this opportunity and dominate the Giants at the line of scrimmage, or are we underestimating our opponent? I want to hear your thoughts, because this conversation is just getting started. Commanders Nation, it's time for you to speak up. With the potential arrival of Johnson in DC, do you think we should take the risk and bring him in to strengthen the team, or do you trust the current core and prefer to move forward without changes? We want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Now let's talk defense. The addition of Johnny Newton could be the key piece we need, but will he really be the one to keep our defense impenetrable? Or does this team have even more to prove? Leave your response and join the conversation. Finally, looking ahead to the showdown against the Giants, can Washington's defense dominate at the line of scrimmage and make their presence felt, or are we underestimating our opponent? Comment your predictions. Your opinions matter to us. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep being part of this incredible community. We're a family of true fans. Every subscription is a sign of loyalty and commitment to this team. Join now and don't miss out on any news. And remember, hail to the Redskins.